The Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas is reacting right now. Let's listen to that.
Palestine is experiencing a historic moment following the statements by the U.S. administration regarding Jerusalem. The U.S. administration, with this statement, has chosen to go against all the agreements, all the international agreements and bilateral agreements, and to ignore the international consensus as expressed by the positions of the leaders of the world, the religious leaders and regional organizations over the recent days regarding Jerusalem. This measure, the recognition of Jerusalem as the capital, is rejected by the Arab world and goes against all the efforts to foster peace, and are a declaration, nothing less than a declaration, that the United States is withdrawing from the role it has played over the last decades regarding the peace process. In addition, these measures are a way of thanking Israel, which completely denies the legality of international agreements. It is an encouragement to Israel to continue its policy of apartheid, of ethnic cleansing, of colonization in the Middle East. And these measures are at the service of extremist groups which are attempting to transform this conflict in our part of the world into a war, a religious war, a war of religions, which will lead our region, which is already in a very critical situation, which will lead our region and upset it even more and lead it to unending wars. This is something we totally reject. My dear brothers and sisters, over the last few days, we have been in touch with the presidents of a number of friendly countries who have assured us that the Arab and Islamist world and the whole of the international community has an agreement on the Palestinian cause and is backing a sustainable long-term peace based on the sovereignty, the declaration of a sovereign Palestinian state in the occupied territories. Since 1967, with East Jerusalem as the capital, next to an Israeli state, and to solve the problem of the refugees in line with Resolution 194 of the UN and the Arab League. The brave Palestinian people, I call on you. Our presidency is monitoring the situation very closely. We are working on certain decisions and measures in consultation with our friends and with friendly countries. This is a historic moment. We have to continue working more and harder to put an end to our divisions and to enable our people to win its fight for independence and liberty. In the next few days, there will be a call to all the leaders and managers of the Palestinian movement who will be summoned to a meeting to monitor the situation. We call on the Central Committee of the Palestine Liberation Organization to hold an extraordinary session to which will be invited all the stakeholders and all the parties to assert our united position and to propose the options that remain. My dear brothers and sisters, this holy land where the Prophet Muhammad lived, and where the Prophet Ibrahim and where Jesus lived, saying that Jerusalem is the city of peace. The mosque, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, is the first mosque of the Muslim world and the third of the sacred mosques. And there's also the Christian Church of the Resurrection. The capital of Palestine is a city that is much greater, and its identity will not be changed by a decision, a unilateral decision. Our history, which has its holy places, mosques and churches in Jerusalem, and its children who will remain there. It's a city whose identity will never be assassinated, and no attempt to change our history will succeed. It's a conspiration, it's an attempt to change our identity, and it will not succeed. The decision by President Trump last night will not change anything regarding the reality of the city of Jerusalem, and will not legitimize Israel's point of view in this regard. It's a Palestinian city, an Arab city, a Christian city, and a Muslim city, and it's the capital of the Palestinian state, an eternal state. I call on the Palestinian people with our conviction that we are in the right and we are unified, and we have a unified position. We have a converging position with the Arab and Islamic countries, and in coordination with all our friends across the world, we will remain a united front defending Jerusalem, peace, liberty, and we will obtain the right of our people to put an end to the occupation and achieve our independence. We pay tribute to our martyrs and to the families of our martyrs. We pay tribute to our prisoners, the heroes, those who have been wounded, and all those who sacrificed their lives for Palestine and for Jerusalem. Long live Palestine, long live Jerusalem, the capital of the Palestinian state, a free and eternal state